Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to see how to create a session for the patient. Now, to create a session, you first of all need to go to the Patients tab. Once you go to the Patients tab, you can see your current patients. You can also search them by name also. In case you haven't created patient, first you'll have to go and add the patient. Now, let's say you've created the patient profile, select the patient profile. Now, before you start the session, you have to ensure few things. If a patient has any pre-existing condition, that needs to be captured here. For that, click here. This will open the tab using which you can enter the pre-existing conditions. For example, let's say this particular patient has a thyroid related condition. So we have a various conditions that we have already mapped here. You can simply type, as I mentioned, thyroid related condition, select here. You'll have to enter the duration. Let's say it has been 2 years. You can select that. And also, if a patient is on any particular medication for this particular condition, you can capture the details about this medication and add it here. That condition will be added here. Similarly, we can add other condition. Let's say pre-diabetic. I'll just enter here for 1 year. Medication, not just add. And yep, so both the pre-existing conditions have been added. Also, let's say if a patient has any severe major history, let's say patient had undergone some sort of a surgery, I'll enter here, let's say kidney stone, or let's say gallbladder, etc. You will have to name that particular event, give the description, based on your conversation with the patient, and a tentative time period, like during what time period it had happened. Just going to put some test remark and click on add. That event will be captured. This basically helps us to capture a comprehensive detail and history about the patient. Now once you've ensured that the pre-existing condition and history has been captured, you can go to this session tab. You can click on the start session. Once you click on the start session, you'll see a patient consent form will be opened. Now, as per HIPAA compliance, you're expected to explain to the patient that his details are being captured and he's providing his voluntary consent to capture all these details. Once you've explained this condition to the patient, click on this check mark and click on the proceed. Yes. Now, this is where we'll start with the session. In order, there are basically multiple steps. The first step here is complaints. So you can click on the add complaint and you can capture the details of the complaint. Let's say this patient has been feeling feverish. I'll just add the details. Let's say duration, it's been 3 days or weeks, etc. What is the intensity, whether this is a severe, moderate, mild, you can capture that here, and any additional notes. So capture the details. That particular complaint will be captured. Similarly, if there are other complaints, you can click on that complaint and add those relevant complaints also. Then click on submit, continue. If there are any observation, if there are any recent change related to their pre-existing condition, those we can capture here. If not, keep it blank and move on to the next tab. Now, this is where our question session will begin. We actually have multiple tabs here. Like in the first section, we are having all questions related to the body and appearances. For example, like how would you describe natural body frame, how is the skin natural, etc. So based on your conversation and your observation inspection, you can capture the response of all of this question. Once I've entered Once you capture the responses for all the questions, this submit continue button will be enabled. You can click on this to move on to the next tab. The next tab is actually for questions related to appetite, digestion, and elimination. After that, there are questions related to energy, sleep, and recovery. Then we have a questions related to mind and emotional patterns. Then we have a questions related to lifestyle. For females, we have a specifically question related to reproductive health. Once we have captured all of these responses for all these questions, then we'll basically get our dosha assessment. So that's how you will have to conduct the session. Also, we have a timer here. So this basically helps us to capture, how much time has been spent into this particular session. In case if you exit, the timer will be put on a pause. You can go here again and timer will resume. That's it. Thank you.